Hey everybody, it's me, Patty, and a quick video, hopefully a quick video about what's coming up next at Pines for the rest of the fall and a sneak peek into January, but we're going to start with October. Just the other day, you received an invitation to purchase some items from Small Hands. And if you've been with us for a while, you'll notice that it changed a little bit. So the date is October 20th for all of the orders to come in, but what you did not receive was a magazine. They have moved to, like everyone, a QR code. So you're going to use that QR code. It's going to take you to the website. There is still one part that needs to be low tech. The low tech part is we need to have you fill it out on the paper form. Why is that important, you ask? Good question. Because this gives us the points that we need for you guys to have free shipping. So if nothing motivates you more to use paper, it's free shipping. And then a percentage of your purchases then comes back to Pines as a credit with For Small Hands, and then the classrooms can get some things that they want as well. So do that, and then note at the bottom if you want us to send the products home with you or keep them at the school and you can pick them up on your own. For Small Hands. Thank you. Middle school, just want to let you know that next week is their every other year Texas history road trip. So these are pictures from a year or so ago, but they're going to be off campus all next week, traveling to San Antonio and Austin and Washington on the Brazos and really learning about Texas history firsthand. So very excited for them. Have a great trip, middle school. See you when you get back. Come see me work. That's also coming up. You haven't done this before. We joke that this day is really called No Mommy, No Daddy, You're Doing It Wrong, which is a day for you guys to come up into the classroom and your students will have work that they are going to demonstrate to you. So this is for primary, lower, and upper. Okay. How you reserve your spot is through the app. So you're going to look for this eyeball, click on it, and this is a way for us to manage which of the 2 days that you're coming so we can make sure that the work is pulled out for your student and that the classrooms aren't too crowded. This is directly after school until about 4 p.m. or so. But don't worry, if you're in extended care and you've chosen your day, that work will stay out until 6:30. So scoop your child up from extended care, walk them to their classroom or the other side of their classroom, and then the work should be out on a rug for you to see. So thank you so much for that. It's a great day. Looking forward to it. Parade, also looking forward to that. This year, for the first time in a very long time, it lands directly on Halloween. 8:45 is the start. I repeat, 8:45 is the start. So pro tip, don't go anywhere. Just come and park your car and hang out. But if you leave to get that cup of coffee and come back, chances are you're not going to find a spot and you're going to miss the parade because it really is only about 15, 20 minutes in length. All right, here's the map of the campus, very high tech as they usually are. So let me walk you through where you could stand if you want to see things. 8:45. You can stand on the sidewalk in front of the building, all right, and you're going to be looking kind of towards Cedar Knolls. Last year we did this, it worked really well. You could stand in the driveway facing Cedar Knolls as well, or you can stand on the outside of the driveway staring back at the school, making a column there. The parade is, oh, sorry, we also added some viewing up the laneway outside of toddlers and primary right over my shoulder over here. So we pair the classrooms. So you should already have this information, but class 1 with 4 and 2 with 5 and 3 with 6 and half of infants will partner with one of the elementary lowers, same with another elementary lower, and then the grand finale is upper L. The route goes like this. They're going to come out of toddlers over my shoulder and start walking toward the front of the school. They're going to turn and they're going to walk in front of lower elementary. At the same time as they're turning, then lower will come out of their rooms, Upper will start making their way over because upper will be the end of the parade route. As they come through the middle, they're going to start making their way back, and infants and toddlers will start to peel off. First, toddlers will peel off, and then primary and elementaries will move, they'll come back down. Infants will peel off, and then they'll repeat the route one more time. So if you have an infant or a toddler, you will see them just one time before they start to melt. And they do, and that's okay. But if you have primary and elementary, they'll do 2 laps. So you'll see them. And the classroom teachers will group them all together and we'll take group shots and we'll send those photos out to you. Okay. But park your car safely, which leads us to here, parking safely. Absolutely no parking near that stop sign over there. So don't block that box, give that plenty of room. That is a ticketable offense. And please, if you're parking on a residential street, which legally you are allowed to, do not park a driveway and do not park block a mailbox. Okay, so please give them that space. But everything else is available to you. There you go. We are going to block off the front driveway. So this is front driveway. We're going to block off the entrance. We're going to block off the exit because that's where you guys will be able to stand and the students will be able to parade through, which means you also must be on time. So if you are those handful of families that every single day, I'm talking to you every single day, show up late, you cannot get in and you're not going to really find a parking spot, which is a great advertisement for the reserved parent parking spot. So we had one winner of this last year at the event, and their spot will be safe. So do not park there. That is their spot. All right, November. Whew. All right. Parent roundtable. We've had 2. Thank you so much. Our teachers have come up with topic number 3, and that's going to be November 13th. So that's a Thursday. It's free. It's in the app for you to sign up. Childcare available. The topic we have now is growing up today, rites of passage. We kind of live in a world where children get everything they want as soon as they say they want it. We don't really say, wow, that's something that we only do when we turn 13. That's something you must wait for until. How can we create that sense of rites of passage? What's appropriate socially, emotionally, physically to wait until it's most appropriate. So that's a great night for that. And thank you to the faculty who put that on for you guys. So please come. Play in the park and the elementary bake sale that came back for the first time every month. We are believing that the backyard will be more and more ours. There'll be a little bit more elbow space for you. But that's what that will look like. So we'll have one in November. But a warning about this too, and I mean this with love, but there's no lifeguards on duty. What that means is that you've picked your child up from class, we've signed them out, you go to play in the park, and it is you who are supervising your children. You might see teachers around because they love to say hello and they want to interact with you, but they are not supervising. So we've had people get hurt, we've had hurt feelings, we've had parents be disappointed that the teachers weren't supervising. No, the day is done for us. Okay, so we're managing the bake sale, but this instance, you have fun with your friends and talk to them, but please keep an eye on the kids. And it is 4:30 on the dot that everybody needs to be done. The bake sale will wrap up close to 4 or when their product runs out, but 4:30 everybody needs to leave because all of our extended care students are being held in the classroom and cannot leave to join the playground until all the parents are gone. So if you could manage to hustle off by 4:30 before we have to come out and hustle you off, that would be greatly appreciated as well. All right. Also in November, Thanksgiving feast. We ordered this food a month ago. So we are ready for it. But note the time. You are eating turkey and stuffing and gravy and mashed potatoes at 10:30 in the morning. So we're going to block the front driveway off again. This is what it looked like last year. About 300 chairs with tables are being delivered, and upper elementary students will be delivering, or rather serving, the food again this year. So you are going to reserve your food, pay for your meal by going in the app right now. Right now, you're going to click on that button. You're going to indicate how many people are eating. This is a time to bring neighbors and grandma and grandpa and everybody, right? Just let us know how much food to order, and that will be in the app. Also, we'll put out a message that we will be collecting canned goods, non-perishable foods for the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. This has been going on for well over 20 years, and the children love that. And they'll come up and pick up that much needed food for somebody else's Thanksgiving. So thank you so much for your support there. Just as a reminder about parking that day, it's going to be a lot of people here. So same thing, stop sign, parking lot, mailboxes. Make sure you're in the right direction and just be slow about it. We're going to block off the driveway again because that's where all of those chairs are going to go. And again, one person will have that reserved spot. If you see it open, ignore it if you were not the winner. But they will be available again in May if you want that. Super big notice is that the minute you finish eating that day, you can go home because it is a noon dismissal day. So the gentleman who we rent the chairs and tables from will be idling in the corner. When you guys are done, he's taken out the tables. But last year and several years in a row, we are at Pines until 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon calling people because they did not pay attention to the noon dismissal. So please, noon dismissal so the faculty can start their holiday as well. So we appreciate that. December, another roundtable, new topic. And the topic this time is the art of being bored and what to do over the break. And so is it okay to be bored? And how can children enjoy silence? And how can they find things to do on their own? So very, very topical topic, right on the cusp of having 2 weeks off. So I hope you join us for that one. Another play in the park. Another bake sale. So that's going to be on the 12th. So thank you for that. And then the crescendo for the semester, the Winter Cultural Festival. If you haven't gone before, teachers have been working on this since the summer. These are all the countries that are represented. These countries are what they're going to be dressed up for at the fall parade, which is really exciting. There will be food tents. There will be displays in all the classrooms. Your child will be presented with a passport, and they can come in and out of all the classrooms and get their passports stamped. Also, bring friends and neighbors and family. This is a capstone for the semester, and we look forward to it every year. Also, that day, middle school students will have their middle school market available. So they have been creating products all school year long, and that will be one of 2 markets that they'll hold for the year. This was a picture of their market in middle school last year. So we're really excited for them. Thursday and Friday, Winter Cultural Festival and the last day of the semester are both noon dismissal days. And so it is important that you start planning who's going to pick up at noon. So once again, the faculty can on Thursday get ready for Winter Cultural, and then on Friday have the luxury, as you do, to start your holiday right away. So thank you so much for the noon dismissal. So important, I changed colors. It's back. Snowball Run, she's back. So last year we didn't do it at all. And this year we have figured out we'll have our backyard back and we're going to do it. So it's going to be in January because that's when we know we'll have the backyard back. And it will be after school. And so this is what one of them looked like quite recently, but we'll reconfigure that with the new pavilion back there. But it will still be pancakes. It'll still be hot chocolate. And then next, well, December, we'll start putting out sponsorships, and those sponsorships will go out in December, and also participation in running clubs, so signing up for Snowball. It is for primary, lower, and upper, but we'll have flurries. All of this will be explained if it's brand new to you, but flurries are toddlers and maybe some walking infants who want to participate in a small little dash that they have. But it's a 50-yard dash for primary, 100-yard dash for older students. The cost of participating gets them a shirt, a photo, the opportunity to run, and then 3 weeks of running club. So all information will be pushed out soon, but really fun. Very excited for this to come back. And 100% of the proceeds go to the backyard. So more information on that, but we wanted you to know that because that leads us back to those pathways that we want to build in the backyard. So again, highly conceptual drawing, but we want to be sponsoring parts of the backyard so that we can build a pathway that goes around. We've had some money come in for that. So if you have, we thank you and you will be honored. We've kept up with your names, but we want to build something like this that connects all the parts of the backyard together. So we are working toward that goal, and the Snowball Run plays a big part in this. Woodworkers, we asked this in Connections Magazine, and thank you very much for reading that. We're getting really high click rates on that. But if you missed it, we are looking for folks that want to build us these little libraries. We have 3 or 4 of them being built now, but if you didn't get the message, it's not too late. Let us know in the office and I'll push out the instructions for you. And in last bit, now that I'm starting to lose my voice, I just wanted to, excuse me, do a representation of a couple of lessons that we just really need to spend some time looking at, especially since coming up, we're going to have a lot of events that will have a lot of cars and a lot of maybe visitors visiting and things like that. So I need your help, okay? This only works if you use it correctly, and that's the gate. You and I both know I live right there. There's the gate. I see every single day people letting other people hustle through that gate. Gates only work if you use your key card. Okay, so smile politely, close the gate, and redirect someone to the office. I know you have friends at Pines and we love that, but we just really need to honor that. And I doubt at work you let several people come into a building that you don't know well. So please help us. Okay. The next one I just want to represent to you is the cars. Okay. You know, and I know that anything that we do as a distraction in car line can lead to injury and has. And we take this very seriously. So put the phone down, lower the music in the car, be fully present. Here's an illustration of cars. This is the curb. This needs to be remembered. You will exit your children closest to the curb. Do not let anyone be on the other side. Okay, that's where cars are passing. There should be no reason for you to get out of the car. If you feel like you need to get out of the car, then leave car line and park your car safely. Okay. A myriad of things can happen when we're not paying attention. And if children are exiting closest to the teachers, closest to the curb, then that really lowers the opportunity that something unfortunate can happen. And you might not be aware, although we spend hours talking about car line, it is only a 10-minute process. And we have timed it from putting the first child in the car to putting the last child in the reverse. It's 10 minutes. And we did kind of a deep dive in some numbers that I just wanted to share with you. So the number of students that we have at Pines is 242, and thank you very much. We're super grateful for that. That represents 174 families because we have 68 sets of siblings on campus. We have 3 parking lots, right? Or 3 parking driveway places. So the middle school, the front, and over in the big lot. In the morning, 137 cars are arriving. That is less the families that use morning care, and we have 81 cars that we are getting through dismissal, which is less the families that are using afternoon care. It takes 35 teachers per day to pull all of this off. And again, as a reminder, it's just a 10-minute process. So if you can be highly focused for 10 minutes, then we can get through this beautifully, gracefully, and just pat yourself on the back for the amount of people that are in or out our small space, if we all are focused and moving together. So make sure that everybody that you're inviting to the feast or to Winter Cultural Festival or to pick your child up from school is aware. And I know that we can reduce the opportunity for injury, and we can all have a nice independent day for our children to feel confident to walk up to class. So there's that. Save the date. This is the ribbon cutting for the building. You guys know we are still on track. So thank you very much. Drywall was going up yesterday. So super excited about that. We'll never stop talking about the event for Saturday in May. And we're going to have that in the new building and in the pavilion and every place else. We just want you to know how grateful we are that you have chosen Pines, how excited the faculty are to put on all this programming that your children will significantly contribute to. Any questions about anything at all ever, I'm right here. You see your teachers every day. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Have a great weekend. Bye.